Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video. I'm actually on a little thrifting trip right now. I ended up driving about an hour out from where I live, and I thrifted all the way out, again, about an hour. And I like to do that and just stay the night so I don't have to drive back. It's a lot of fun. But in any event, in today's video, what I want to discuss is why you should sell on Amazon as an FBA seller versus a merchant seller. So if you've been thinking about starting to sell on Amazon and you're a little confused, what's a merchant? What's FBA? Should I sell as an FBA? Should I sell as a merchant? What's the pros and cons? I'm going to make a pretty straight to the point video sharing why I sell via FBA, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, versus a merchant. And what a merchant is it's similar to an eBay seller. When you're a merchant on Amazon, you're the one who is essentially wearing all the hats. You're storing the products at your house, you're fulfilling the products, you're shipping them out, you're listing everything up individually. If there's returns, you're handling the returns, you're handling the communication with the customer. It's the same thing as an eBay seller. Now, there are certain items that you can't send into the FBA warehouses just due to maybe safety issues, or maybe you don't want to send in a really large item. So there are circumstances where you would want to sell as a merchant, but I'm 99.9% FBA, and it's just my preference not to deal with a lot of those big items. Not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm going to share why I sell as an FBA seller. So the number one reason why I recommend most people start selling on Amazon as an FBA seller is because you're going to sell items for more money. You're going to sell them for typically a higher profit, and they're going to sell faster, 99% of the products, compared to being a merchant seller. And the reason this is the case, the reason why you could sell items for a premium or a prime bump as it's called, the reason why things sell faster, it's all based around the Prime program. Okay, so Prime is the 1 to 2 day free shipping, hassle-free returns. Customers love it. Customers love to be able to order an item and have it delivered to their house the next day or a couple days later. They love, knowing that if they want to return an item or if there's an issue, they're dealing directly with Amazon. Because most, eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, the average seller, I'm not talking about you and I, the average seller doesn't have a lot of experience. They ignore their customers, they create bad customer experiences, they don't ship on time, they ship, I order, $6,000 to $8,000 worth of products off of eBay sellers and Mercari sellers and Facebook Marketplace every single month, and you'd be shocked at how people ship their items to me. I mean, people will ship valuable board games to me in poly bags that are like $150 board games, DVDs that are $300 DVDs in a poly bag. I received a board game, a guy, I don't know what he did. He took like Frosted Flakes, cereal, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he like molded them together and like turned that into a box. I'm like, really? That was very creative. But the reason you're selling items for more profit, more money, they're selling faster, is customers, they think they're buying directly from Amazon, and they are, but they don't understand that it's third-party sellers like you and I who are supplying Amazon with the product. So when you sell as an FBA seller, you get that Prime symbol on your listing, and customers are they're more confident and they're willing to pay a lot more. Okay, now when you're selling as an FBA seller, there are fees that you're going to have to deal with, right? Like storage fees, shipping to FBA, and then there's obviously selling fees as an FBA seller, but it's offset by the premium that you're going to be able to make as an FBA seller. So let's just say, for example, you sell a book as a merchant, you might only sell it for $25. As an FBA seller, you might be able to sell for $35 or $40, and you'll still make more money as an FBA seller after the large fee and the storing and the pick and pack fee and all that stuff. Plus, and this is my next point right here, you spend less time working on your business because you're able to front load your whole business. So let me dive into that a little bit. So what I mean by that is, if I go out to the thrift store and I buy maybe 50 or 60 books and DVDs, I don't have to list them individually and then store them at my house and then pick them and pack them and ship them and deal with it every single day like an eBay seller. As an FBA seller, I throw everything in a box, I label the barcode, and then I ship it to Amazon, and then they will store it at their warehouse, and when it sells, they'll pick it, pack it, ship it. and I can control my pricing, condition, description, everything when I list it, and I could always change the price down the road as well through Amazon Seller Central. So that's great because Amazon allows us through the FBA program to front load our business. So all I have to do is source a ton of product, bring it home, throw it in a box, and ship it to them, which is literally fantastic. So I don't have to worry about, dealing with customer service. Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, they deal with customer service. I don't have to interact with customers. If there's a return, if there's any issues, canceled orders, communications, anything along those lines with customer service, FBA, right, Amazon, they deal with that, which is fantastic. I absolutely love it. So the point I'm trying to make is you could really front load your business, whereas a lot of times as a merchant seller on Amazon or even an eBay seller, one of the things that holds us back is we need to scale our business, and we know that we have to source more items, but the problem is we're kind of held down because we can't leave for the day because we have to ship. And maybe if you have 30 or 40 items you have to ship out, you could be at your house for an hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours shipping it all out, which holds you down. With FBA, really, they've created a system that allows you to scale your business because, again, you source all the products, you throw it all in a box, you label it, you throw a UPS label on the outside, you ship it to them, and you're done, essentially. Of course, you have to reprice your products, and there could be some issues that happen here and there with stranded inventory, so on and so forth. But these are the reasons why you don't have to store inventory at your house, right? I always say this in my previous videos. When I started my reselling business, I had no idea that my house was going to turn into a JCPenney outlet. Very quickly, I thought at first, the hardest thing is going to be finding inventory. It's so hard to find inventory. In the beginning, it's hard to find inventory to resell on eBay and Amazon because you don't know what to buy and sell. Like, you have a couple niches that you know about, you have a little bit of knowledge, but over time, I've been doing this for 9 years and I'm still a nobody, right? Like, I don't know anything in the whole spectrum of like some of these resellers out there have been doing this for 30, 40 years. But when you do this for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it's going to get to the point where it's so easy to find inventory. Of course, you have to hustle, you have to go to garage sales, thrift stores, you have to think outside the box, be creative. You can't just do the same thing over and over again. But sourcing inventory actually becomes easy. It's all the other things that become challenging, like listing consistently, shipping consistently, customer service, storing inventory, creating an inventory system, bookkeeping, taxes, all the business skills that you need to develop over time. But with Amazon FBA, it takes a lot of that out of the mix, right? So I don't have to worry about shipping individual items. I don't have to worry about customer service. I don't have to worry about creating a storage system and inventory and shipping and returns and all these things that essentially hold you down and suck away your valuable time. But to make a long story short, what I'm trying to say is to grow your reselling business, it's very simple. It's a couple steps, right? You have to find valuable inventory that you can get at a good margin to be able to make a profit. You have to sell it on the platform, then you have to fulfill it, right? FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, they take away all of that, right? And they take away having to ship individually and dealing with all the things that hold you down. So literally you can focus on sourcing your items and you send it to Amazon, and Amazon's a freaking beast. There's no, it's not a coincidence that they're, the number one e-commerce brand or reseller in the whole world, right? They are a conversion freaking machine. You send stuff to Amazon, it will sell if it has a market. And one of the things I love about selling on Amazon is you get a lot of data. You get sales rank, you can see all the sellers. If you use the Amazon seller app, you can see how much profit you're going to make. And if you download the Keepa Chrome extension, you can see the sales history and how often it's sold and the price changes and fluctuations. So I love it. I love Amazon, and I really think that people should sell as an FBA seller instead of a merchant seller. Of course, there's a time and there's a place, and I'm sure there's people who are running, 6-7 figure businesses just being merchants. But for me, I love the freedom of literally just being able to take off. I love traveling. I love freedom, just doing what I want when I want. I hate, one of the things I always hated about eBay was, I had to always be home to ship my items out, right? Or, I had to put my store on vacation mode. You know how that goes with the algorithm. So, this is why I love Amazon FBA. You front load your whole business, you source it all, you ship it out, and then you could take off, right? If you want, you could go psycho. Sometimes I go psycho for a month or two, shipping 700-800 items, and then I just chill out for a month and just watch everything sell. Of course, you take your foot off the pedal, things are going to slow down over time. But these are the reasons why I love Amazon FBA. You get that little Prime check. Customers love purchasing via the Prime program. Items sell quicker. The profits are fantastic. You don't have to deal with customer service. You front load your whole business. So hopefully this video gave you a little context into why I love selling as an Amazon FBA seller. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to learn more about how to do this and selling online and how I've done over $20,000 over the last 30 days, how I helped my mom to retire. I've helped hundreds of people on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram to do this. Be sure to give me a like, hit the notification bell if you want to get updated when I record new videos. But with that being said, much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.